So I think the reason may be is because it might need to be blessed and highly favored and given the okay as to why it's not streaming on Facebook. But I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. However, comma, let's go ahead, get into it, talk about it, get about it. I'm your host, Captain of the Hooligan Express, one hat of this podcast, Tornado McCray. What's happening, Tar Heel Nation? Y'all know we are here, we are back, and we are live. And
well, look at that.
That gentleman over there. Wait, what?
HD is officially gone.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up, is this breaking?
As of 9 minutes ago, per Pete Thamel, Hubert Davis will not return as North Carolina's head coach.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus won. When Jesus won. Oh, Lord. Hey, won't he do it?
He said, what he do?
Hubert Davis is gone. Where's Sloth? I don't care. I'm excited. You're not gonna stop me in this excitement. After that abysmal and after the way I felt last week, you are not gonna stop me.
Hey,
no,
hey, we got a whole thing for this.
I don't care.
Give it a couple. Let us get past the intro.
No, that is great news. I didn't see that.
Sir. I didn't either. I just saw it just now.
Exactly.
You saw it at the same time.
Why are you stopping my excitement?
Because there's a whole thing we got for this. Hold on.
No.
All I'm telling you to do is pause for like 15 seconds.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's a process to this.
There's not. You're gonna sit there. You're gonna stop. You're gonna stop.
Anyway, yo, what's good? What's happening? How you living?
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly, Captain.
Peacocks don't fly. Sit down. And test my biology knowledge if you want to.
I mean, they do glide.
They don't fly.
They glide for 6 seconds.
They fall with style.
Is that not flying?
And you know who else? You know who else falls with style? Chickens.
I mean, chicken attacks.
If you throw them. Roosters attack. Chickens just kind of wait and see what happens. But anyway, the reason why I was saying, hold on for a second. It was let's talk about it.
Where'd you get that?
Because that's what we're here for. Don't worry about where I got it. Just know
No. Since you made me calm down, where'd you get that?
Just know I got it.
No, where'd you get it? Why? Why on God's green earth?
The internet.
I'm sick and tired. Let's talk about it. I'm sick and tired of you, sir. Oh man.
Not on my watch.
But
not on my watch.
This for real. Let's talk about because initially, before this news broke, what was about to be talked about was Hubert Davis's future with North Carolina, because in my opinion, he should have been fired.
I called and I said he should have been fired after last week.
Oh, we all agreed. He should have been fired after last week. And I think what made it even better, was so did everybody else.
The powers that be
heard the same thing. And I believe, because let me see if I can find it. I don't know.
Can I celebrate now? Can I be hyped?
Yes, set loose. You are free to move about the cabin.
Hey, we got that man up out of here, y'all. We got that man Hubert Davis up out of here. Oh, thank the Lord in heaven. Hubert Davis, you made me look stupid 4 months ago, because I vouched for you, sir. I said we had time. I said in January we still had a chance. You had a chance to turn it around. And then as time went on, as everything went
I'm thinking Brad Stevens, Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith ain't coming to coach. Kenny Smith got too good of a thing on TV.
He might if his son's
Not
there.
worth
I don't know if he's been coaching his son.
Kenny's not coming to coach his son. He's not going to do it.
But
he's gonna do the same way Shaq did. Because Shaq could have easily went somewhere and coached his kid. Shaq ain't gonna do it.
I don't see Shaq
ain't even train his kids at home.
Shaq too goofy. But I'm saying this man.
UNC Charlotte hired Wes Miller.
This man, for the better part of the last 4 to 5 months, really showcased and showed me what kind of coach he was. And for those of y'all who pointed it out earlier in the season before I got on the bandwagon of, he has to go, y'all are the smart ones. Y'all saw the writing on the wall before I did. And I will give you kudos where kudos is given, especially Sloth. Sloth was telling us this back in December. He is the first one, at least on this channel. I can flat out say.
This is what I think. Yeah, this is what I think was the final nail in the coffin. These clips right here.
Did you sense that your team got a little bit tired there?
I did not. I didn't.
Hubert, why did you go to just a 6-man rotation in the second half?
Because that was my decision.
Duh.
Coach, what do you think went wrong?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Hubert, the free throws again, as you mentioned, a little bit of an issue tonight. Why do you think that was such an issue for your team throughout the season?
That's a great question. I mean, we work on them.
Couldn't be working on them.
Is that the last clip? Let me tell you from a PR standpoint. Let me tell you real quick. As a guy who used to work in PR, as a guy who understands command messaging, and a guy who understands the messaging that needs to be said, when your coach asks you, what do you think went wrong? And he says, what do you mean? As Kyle pointed out in the comment section, when your response to a question is not, you don't even go into a canned message that you already have prepared off the top of your head. You go into, that's a great question. Then proceed not to really answer the question at all and circumvent it and just say, well, we practiced them. Sir, I would hope. But by the way that sounds, no, you did not. Not in any capacity did you give me an answer worthy of a coach. You said, why do we go to a 6-man rotation? That was my decision. As my co-host statedly pointed out, duh. Why did you do it? Please articulate the logic that you use to stick to this 6-man rotation and play people 30-plus minutes, including a guy who has played 30-plus minutes for God knows how long, for the last month and a half, and has only put up one game where he put up 20 points in the last 2.5 months. And y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't have to say a name, but I know what number he does. It's a half of 88. I can tell you that. It's half of 88. I can tell you that. Shouldn't be playing. Should not be here. But that's what you want to give me as a PR canned response. You attend and you are the coach of the University of North Carolina's basketball team. I don't care who and what you are. The simple fact of the matter, you speak with eloquence when you go up on that stand. And you sit there and you at least give a somewhat decent, deep response. You could have said, it was my rotation. I felt as though our team was doing pretty solid. And honestly,
he said, I heard his son cleared all UNC stuff off of social media yesterday.
I wouldn't blame him. So, you could have gave a whole better response than this, bro. You gave me a short answer of a kid that's in trouble and knows it and don't care.
I got words.
We going explicit with this? Because I was holding back.
I got words.
I was holding back.
I got words. I had to put the warning up there for everybody.
Oh, because if we're doing that, please give me another. You know what? I'll save that for my Tar Heel takeaway later. You know what? I got that. I can be good. I'll save it for later.
First things first. When asked, did you notice your players getting tired? And you said you did not. Motherfucker, how in the world did you, as a coach, sit there and watch your players Trimble and Vasar explicitly, who played 42 fucking minutes, and you thought they weren't getting tired. You ain't see them walking up the court. You ain't see them holding their hips. You ain't see them going, oh God. You ain't see none of that. And you had your glasses on. So how'd you miss it? They are not even 20 feet away from you. How the fuck did you miss it? Second of all, when asked, why did you go to a 6-man rotation? And you say, that's my fucking decision. Of course it's your fucking decision, dumbass. You're the coach. Of course it's your decision. They didn't do it on their own. They didn't tell you, let's just go to 6-man. You've been doing dumb shit like this all fucking season. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you think went wrong? Sir, everything went wrong. There was no adjustment. You blew a 19-point lead. You decided to go to a 6-man rotation when you definitely didn't need to do that. Because guess what? You know what else went wrong? You left Bogovac in for 32 fucking minutes to score 5 points. 6 points, my bad. When you got Zayden High, who was in for 7 and scored 4 in 7. So you telling me the guy who was already producing more than the guy that you left in for 32 minutes, you gave him 7 minutes? Then you gave Powell 20? What the fuck are we doing? Then you expected to keep your job after a first-round knockout to VCU? No respect to them. No disrespect to them.
This is post-Shaka Smart VCU.
Not even then. No disrespect to VCU because they played their ass off. They came in and showed that they wanted to win a game. You got a team who on paper is better than VCU, who on the court could absolutely be better than VCU. You decided for some reason to keep your faith in a man who in the last month and a half down the most important stretch of the season has showed you nothing but dog shit. And you thought, yes, he's the pick. He gave you one 20-point game. That is his best game the entire season. He hasn't gotten anywhere close to that all season long. Then when it mattered, he still hasn't shown up. The person who's been showing up for you for the last month and a half was the guy you gave 7 minutes to. 7 minutes. We would have matched up better against Florida than VCU did. At least Vasar got a little bit more height than what they had. At least you would have had another big man down low had you played Zayden High. You'd have been better in rebounding.
Because don't Florida got that 7'9" dude?
The 7'9" dude.
Yeah, we would have been better.
Who just slow rolled his way to, I think, 15 points. I don't even know what the point total. I didn't even care.
Here's a bad part. That man ain't even a starter.
Ain't even a starter. He's a rotational piece. Wasn't even starting. Then on top of that, you have your team has had the most abysmal free throw shooting that North Carolina has seen in years. And all you can say is we worked on them. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Clearly you ain't worked on them enough because guess what? If you know your free throw shooting is a problem and is what's keeping you from winning games, especially in big moments like that, in OT, where 2 free throws would have won you the game or at least tied it. There was no emphasis on making sure your free throws counted this year. There was none because you relied so much on Caleb Wilson to carry your team and put up double doubles all season long that you put no emphasis on actually coaching the team to be better. None. There was no actual emphasis on making sure that the team was prepared to be able to perform at the peak without him. You did not set them up for that. Seth Trimble tried to come through. Vasar tried to come through down the stretch. Stevenson tried to come through. But when you had no structure into making sure that team performed at its best, guess what happened? You blow leads. That's why you lost to Clemson in the ACC tournament. That's why you lost to VCU in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That's why you got blown out by Duke at the second game against Duke, because you made no adjustments. You sat there and looked at the same thing happen all game long and did jack shit to fix it. You don't care. If you don't want to be here, then pack your stuff and then go. Unfortunately, you ain't got the choice now. They told you you're done. North Carolina is tired of you. The fans are tired of you because at this point, we are tired of looking mediocre. I don't care what the expectation was. The expectation was that you know of, that you were with the coach of, that set the expectation for years behind. You knew what the expectation was when you took this job. You knew what your job was supposed to be. You got lucky that the system was still in place when you won that championship the first time. That first year you came in and won that championship, luckily enough, the system was still there. But as soon as that system was gone, you got exposed for the last 4 years. Nothing but exposed.
You ain't never lied, bro.
And it's sad. It's sickening. Sickening because you have players with good. You have the talent. You have the talent, but you don't use none of it. How in the world are you gonna have that? You have a bench that could honestly have been good. Sure, you had a couple of pieces that were a bit of duds, but once again, had you coached it properly, Kyrie Evans would have been a good rotational piece. Had you coached it properly, Zayden Howe would have got shine way earlier in the season than when he got it. It took Caleb Wilson going down for you to even give him minutes.
And to be honest, he probably wouldn't have got no burn in the tournament had Caleb
Oh, he
Wilson not broke his
absolutely got
hand.
no burn. He absolutely would have got no burn. He would have got 2 minutes in garbage time. Then when you do put him in, it's at the end of the game where it is literal make or break. He should have been gone. He should have been out there the whole second half, or at least the last 10 minutes, at least. But we're not talking about that anymore, are we? Because we're not in the tournament.
Nope.
Because once again, like the record has constantly shown, we got out rebounded and outscored in the paint and out free throw shot.
And blew another lead.
And blew another lead when we shouldn't have, when we were up 19 points going into the second half. They went on a 19-5 run. Explain that to me.
Oh, listen, I wish I could. However, here's the bad part. The bad part about it all is this happened, as you so eloquently put it out, my friend, multiple times throughout the year. Multiple times. This wasn't a first time incident of like, oh, you know what? VCU just caught fire at the right time. No. This has happened on a number of occasions. This happened in the second Duke game where we were actually up and had a lead and then just lost it. This happened against Clemson, as you pointed out, not only in the ACC tournament where we lost. This happened in the regular season Clemson game where they came back and almost beat us. Like, this isn't normal. This isn't anything. This isn't anything abnormal. That's what I meant to say. It's not abnormal. It's not just out of the blue. It's not just something that just randomly happened. All year, you've been beating teams because one, you had Caleb Wilson, and two, you just had more talent. But the bad part is you didn't know how to use that talent to its full potential. You never knew how to use this talent to the full potential because you kept sticking to the things that weren't working. You kept sticking to this defense that didn't want to contest threes. You kept sticking to this defense that just does not know how to rebound. You kept sticking with Luka Bogovic on the court. You stuck with this all season. You just stuck with that. And thought, you know what, it will work.
Timeouts with the draw up plays that never developed. Then that's another thing. Then the play calling. You're out here running the same play all game long. You don't do anything.
Honestly, Cobb, I think
Kenny Smith. So I know Caleb. I don't think
Caleb stays. I think Caleb stays. If Davis stayed, Caleb goes. I think Caleb's going to give whoever comes in next a shot, especially if it is a Brad Stevens. Especially if it is, let's say, because I know we were talking about it and it's on the docket. We can get into a Billy Donovan if he decides to come back to college. He says he leaves the pro, come back to college. I'm frustrated because this
And
year
Tantra,
just showcased.
I actually stand corrected. We didn't get out rebounded this game. We actually out rebounded them 44-39.
Okay. This season just showed me.
Because we looking at it all the way all the way down the board, we pretty much outperformed them in almost everything but the abysmal 3-point shooting. Which is another major problem, which is the big outside of the free throw shooting, the biggest problem. We are not a 3-point shooting team. You are a little bit to me.
Okay. Because even on my computer, I'm lagging a little bit. I don't like that.
It's a top 5 pick, no way in hell.
All right, there we go.
You back at it now.
All right, there we go. Here's my thing.
Yeah, we shot 28%. 8 of 29 from 3-point. Why are we shooting 3 points? Why? Because we outscored them in the paint 34 points to 32.
Because here's the
we
thing.
Out rebounded.
I'm gonna tell you if this is a crazy thought concept, bro. And you know me, I put out my petition to be the coach of UNC. I'll take that pressure. Let me tell you if this would have made your eyes like light up, or if you thought this could have worked. You ready? With this rotation right here, you put in Seth Trimble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dixon,
Mm-hmm.
Wilson at the 3, High, and Vasar the 4 and the 5. Let Wilson go to work from that and on offense, let Wilson go to work from the mid-range and the wing, whereas Zayden, High, and Vasar are essentially rebound cleanup. Set those pick and rolls to where Trimble can go downhill. Let Caleb Wilson have his mid-range on one wing, Dixon on the other. Do you think that could have been something that worked?
Absolutely.
And then
even if Wilson's not there, even if we remove Wilson from the lineup, let's say he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Even if we went with Trimble, Dixon, Stevenson, High, and Vasar, that would have worked. Because guess what? We've seen it work. They did it for the whole month and a half. Outside of those games where he just pulled High from the starting lineup, when High started, it worked.
Who's Maximo?
I want Mark Few. What about Maximo?
I'm drawing a blank. Who's Maximo? I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, first time I've heard that name.
I'm drawing a blank, Cobb. If you could put that in there, I'll gladly look it up, man. I'm just drawing a blank because I'm just looking at it like, bro, there are so many different ways.
Maximo, that's a soccer coach.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, the commit. Okay, I got you now. Okay, I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. I didn't. I ain't know either.
I was drawing a complete blank.
And since we know we on the coaching situation topic, right? So we have gone. I went out and looked. This is the list of the most, I guess, highest potential coaches that possibly can replace him.
Okay, so side note, Maximo was that 6'7", 5-star small forward from Sierra Canyon that we got that's coming in.
Oh, nice.
Like honestly,
so he's average. He doesn't have to be great.
I don't need
him. If he ends up being a good role piece, to fit in with the rest, with whatever stars or leaders that you got on the team, perfect. That's what Zayden High was. Zayden High wasn't a star. He wasn't a big standout guy. He was pretty average, but he was great at rebounding. He was another big body that was going to attract attention.
Here's another reason why I don't need him to be great, right? Here's another reason why. For example, one team that is always good in basketball, even though they don't always have like a star name that you immediately think of on the team, Gonzaga. Think about that. Name me a Gonzaga star off the top of your head. The only one I can tell you is Adam Morrison off the top of my head. like Gonzaga always has a good, like, do they pick good basketball recruits? Absolutely. We're not going to sit there and lie about it, right? Like, Gonzaga's a good basketball school. They always pick good recruits, but they don't have a star. Like, they don't have like a star, like a Diabonsa, a Cam Boozer, a Caleb Wilson. They don't have that. But they have really good players or really average to good role players who fit together in a system and always make it work.
UNC needs better than average, at least 3 players. And the bad thing is we had that this year. We had better than average. We had the 3, Vasar, Wilson, and Trimble. And even then, when Wilson went down, we still, like, Stevenson was still showing up. So we had 3 better than average, but you don't use the rotation to fit the people.
How you rotate and how you coach them will tell you what players you got.
The coaching failed.
If you have the right system, if you adapt your system to your players' skill set, they will be great. Rather than trying to force the players you got to fit your coaching system.
The next coach needs to get better after point guard Deontay Neal, Mr. in North Carolina basketball, and 2 times Gatorade Player of the Year. Needs to go after Deontay Neal. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm cool with that.
So as the list goes, and this is list according to CBS Sports, Sports Illustrated, and I think it's the Tar Heel blog. So the list that we have as of right now. So Mark Few wins with nothing. He's a great damn coach. And if he is, whoever has Mark Few ain't gonna let him go. So what they got right now.
But can they pay him? Because money will make a coach walk real quick. Because that's just what happened to So I want to say the Prairie View head coach. I think he just got an upgrade job after.
It is what it is.
Winning the first 4 up here.
It is what it is. But then again, Mark View's at Gonzaga. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, he ain't leaving Gonzaga. He ain't leaving Gonzaga.
So right now,
but he ain't leaving.
Right now, the possible candidates is they think possibly Jay Wright, bringing him out of retirement. Nate Oates from Bama, who's done a good job with what he's got in Bama.
Why did I still think
they think Mark Byington from Vandy, who's also done a good job. Todd Golden from Florida, who at this point, from what I've seen, seems to be the favorite.
The Florida head coach?
Todd Golden. Scott Drew from Baylor. TJ Otzelberger from Iowa State. Dusty May from Michigan. Billy Donovan of the Chicago Bulls. Some alumni like Sean May, Jerry Stackhouse, Marcus Page, Jeff LeBeau.
That Iowa State coach would be a good pull. That man got them as a 2 seed this year. Balling.
Yeah.
And that Iowa State coach would be a pull, boy.
So they think, like I say, Marcus Page, Jeff LeBeau, or King Rice. Now they have the UNC family probably as the lowest ranked on the possibility of getting the job. Kenny Smith never came up in conversation. Kenny Smith is not coming to coach his son. I don't see it happening. I don't think
he wants to. I don't think he wants to do that because of what he's seen. Dion and Shador go through. I don't think he wants to do that.
I don't think he wants all that heat for no reason. And then you got Grant McCasland from Texas Tech, or possibility Brad Stevens from the Celtics, president of basketball operations.
YouTube says, I agree that Iowa State. I'm saying, bro, because I'll be the first to admit, I ain't never known Iowa State to be good in basketball like this.
Oh, at all.
Iowa State has been balling, boy.
If I had to pick my top 5 favorites for this, it would be Otzelberger from Iowa State, Todd Golden from Florida, Nate Oates from Vandy, Byington from Vandy, or possibly Donovan from the Bulls.
Says, I love Kenny Smith, but he may be another HD.
I don't even think it's going to be like that. I just don't think.
I think it's just the unnecessary heat because of the simple fact of if he coaches his son, right? Like let's throw this scenario. He coaches his son as the son comes in. Then he goes out and he gets, let's say he gets Deontay Neal. Like he goes out, he coaches his son, he gets and everything, so on and so forth. Now you got a problem. Like if Kenny Smith's son goes out and craps an egg, but still gets
Yeah, but that was years ago. Like they had that one good run. I know what you're talking about too. They had that one good run, and then we haven't heard nothing about Iowa State since.
If Kenny State goes out and his son goes out there and his son craps an egg, like a Bogovac, right? And I'm not wishing that upon the young man, but he craps an egg like a Bogovac, but is still getting a lot of minutes. What is the narrative going to be pushed? That he's favoring his son. Then, not only that, if his son comes in and Kenny doesn't play his son at all, even though his son is better, now it's going to look bad because it's like, you're not playing him because I'm your son?
Right. So it's a double-edged sword on that. And then on top of that, he said, we need a little cussing. He said, we need a little cussing and fainting coach. That spit when he talks in the huddles. That part.
I
like the other thing
who got that, who's just like, I get keeping your composure, but sometimes, bro,
also back, I'm pretty sure you're Cobb's wife, right? If you are, one, thank you for the sub. I saw that earlier. We greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate you.
Shout out.
But yeah, so because my thing is, I think one with Kenny Smith, I think if Kenny Smith wants to coach anything, it literally is just him coaching his son on his own. I think like it's what he wants to be one of those things like, okay, my son can call me up and get advice. And if he wants to watch some film at home with me and him, we can go over film to help improve his game specifically. But he's not going to be out here. And on top of that, with the TV contract, no, we're not going to be able to match that.
Make 16 million analyst where he co-hosts. Like, remember, he is a co-host. He's not even the main host. He is a co-host.
Because what's his name next to him, the main host?
Ernie's technically the main host.
Ernie Johnson's currently.
Then Kenny, then Shaq, and then Charles. Side note, Charles Barkley has lost a lot of weight, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I saw Charles the other day. I said, yo, he got skinny.
Yeah, that bobblehead looked crazy.
Anybody? we sure he not sick? Like, I don't want to wish that upon him.
It's probably that Ozempic G1 thing or whatever that was.
What, GLP-1?
The GLP-1 thing that Serena Williams is on. Wouldn't be crazy that old players would come back to play after HD gone. It wouldn't be. It would not be crazy. So yeah, because like I said, that's my top picks. It
is her. It is Mrs. Cobb.
It is Mrs. Appreciate you.
Mrs. We got the whole family here.
So yeah, I'm thinking Oates, Byington, Golden, Otzelberger, or heck, really even Dusty May from Michigan, because even Michigan has done great in basketball this year. Like we have a bunch of programs that have turned around and looked great. Because like I said, Bama has been so much better at basketball over the last 3 seasons. I didn't even expect Bama to even be.
That's who was Bama's coach, Avery Johnson. They were. I remember now. I remember. I thought he was still coaching them, but now they got rid of him.
Nate Oates.
They got rid of him.
Yeah, because as far as I've seen on all the articles that I've seen and blogs and all that, Todd Golden is like the number 1 potential guy.
That lets you know I don't pay attention to Alabama basketball.
Once again, like you said, when they showed up and made it dang near to the national championship 2 seasons ago, or won the national championship 2 seasons ago, I was shocked and dismayed.
If we could convince Brad Stevens, man, like I said, Brad is one of those pools where he has the basketball mind, but I don't think you're going to be able to. I don't think you're going to be able to convince Brad because of that executive position. I think he still has with the Celtics, and he's still there in that executive spot.
He's still president of basketball operations with the Celtics.
Okay, yeah, you ain't going to be able to pull him from that.
So Malloy Smith, the 3-star guard in the 2026 class, committed to UNC basketball on Friday. 6'6" senior from Mater D. Okay.
Hey, listen. The only thing I have though, and I know they brought it up too. What's the fallout of these commits? Are they still going to stay, or are some of them going to switch up? Because you and I know how the commit game goes. Some players commit for a specific coach and will go follow that coach.
Listen, it's possible, Jack. because Vandy's still in the game. Vandy's still in the tournament.
I'm gonna say this Tar Heel job, truth be told, even though it seems like it's a bad spot because of the way Davis left, this Tar Heel job is gonna be one of the hottest commodity jobs that a lot of coaches are gonna want.
Especially and once again, I think we talked about it last week. When it comes down to bringing in recruits, one of your biggest selling points, and even bringing in coaches, one of your biggest selling points is your rivalry against Duke. It's one of the most coveted basketball rivalries in the country.
I ain't even gonna say in college basketball, North Carolina and Duke is the number one rivalry. I don't care who you are. You have the prestige to sit there and talk about Tobacco Road week in and week out. You come in as a coach, and let's say this, another buy-in point. Let's say you can get Caleb Wilson to buy in along with all the recruits you already got coming in. You get Caleb Wilson to say, all right, I'll come back. You have a squad ready to rock and roll once you get here. You're not having to do much.
Just about to say it's UNC. UNC shouldn't be worried about who leaves, which is also true.
You shouldn't. However, we ain't gonna sit there and act like Hubert Davis has not left a sour taste in the mouth to where you kind of got to be worried about who leaves.
I would say be upset. Worried, no, but upset, yes. And I stand corrected. Vandy got eliminated by Nebraska last week. They lost by 2. As of now, Brad Stevens' salary is not publicly disclosed, but he's reported turned down a $70 million offer from Indiana to remain with the Celtics.
Yeah, that man made me bank out there. That man
and HD can go coach at a D3 school.
Tell him to go to Tennessee State.
No, don't do that to them.
I just thought of the first thing that came off my head. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
He can go be an assistant. He can go be an assistant coach at Sacramento.
Wow, what Sacramento do?
I said assistant.
No, still, what's Sacramento do?
Nothing. I'm just telling you that way he can sit behind another coach and learn better skills.
You know who he needs to go learn skills from? Go learn from Gino Auriemma. Sit at the end of that bench and learn from him.
And just sit down there. Just take notes. You're not on the staff.
Like, just take notes. Go to every UConn women's game or go to Don Staley school. Go to Don Staley, Kim Mulkey, Gino Auriemma. Learn how to actually coach. Because I will say this, and y'all can say I'm wrong or crazy for this statement. Women's basketball coaches way better at executing because they don't have players who can rely on athleticism just as much. Did he freeze or am I tripping? Did I freeze? Hold up. Did I lag?
What's going on, man?
Okay. Did you lag that time? Or was that me?
Is it me?
On my end, you lagged. Okay. You lagged that time. You two saying you lagged that time. Oh, I think I see what happened. I think it's because it's on Facebook now.
Oh. So I see.
Well, welcome, Facebook people. How you doing?
Oh, listen, I'm like, is it me, Jesus?
But as I was saying, Chris Paul. Ooh.
I'll take Chris Paul because he wasn't that Duke game disappointed.
You know what? I would take Chris Paul. I would take Chris Paul
because he was at the last Duke and Carolina game.
Just disappointed.
So estimated salary in 2026 reported to be in the $8 million to $12 million range annually. So we could.
I'm gonna say this though. No, I'm gonna say this though. That's just the salary. Imagine what he's getting with incentives and bonuses in other areas with the Celtics. Because if he turned down a $70 million at Indiana, and I would assume that's even if the $70 million is total, I would assume that's what? Let's play devil's advocate. A $70 million 10-year deal.
I'm about saying
70 million like 7-year deal.
And compared to Davis's salary, he'd still be taking a major cut because Davis was only getting paid just below $4 million.
That's what I'm saying. But
Nah,
I was saying,
I would appreciate Chris Paul coming in. So, but Indiana ain't US. This is also true. Indiana is not UNC.
Indiana. Well, wait now. Indiana is not UNC, but we're not gonna sit there and act like Indiana ain't got a basketball culture like that. We not gonna sit there and act like Indiana ain't got a bad. They known as the Hoosier State for a reason, bro. Like I
don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Like we not gonna sit there. Indiana has a basketball culture. They are a known basketball culture before anything else. Because even before this past year with college football, before anything,
UNC.
I get it's UNC. What I'm saying is we're not gonna act like Indiana ain't got that culture, especially now that their football team is good too. Because before I only knew Indiana for basketball. Victor Oladipo made me watch Indiana basketball when he was there.
I know the Pacers for basketball. I don't know nothing about the Hoosiers when it comes to no basketball.
Indiana State. Victor Oladipo played, and that's how I knew
Indiana State.
No, he played. Victor Oladipo played at Indiana. Larry Bird's from Indiana State. Like these are things I remember about Indiana. Like
Indiana as the state may have a basketball culture, but once again, I don't know Indiana about basketball.
Bobby Knight was the Hoosiers coach for a long time.
Coach, not an experiment. I mean, I know about Bobby Knight, and good for Bobby Knight. But once again, what has Indiana done for me basketball-wise lately? Because they ain't in the tournament this year. They ain't even make it.
Oh, yeah, not this year. If you're asking like
they had to sacrifice the basketball team for the football team to be good.
I mean, it happens sometimes like that.
We
sacrifice both.
Listen, all I can say is I just hope they didn't make that Jerry Jones deal.
You heard me? We sacrifice both.
Number one rivalry is who?
Again, I get that. However, Indiana's not bad. Are they UNC level of prestige? No.
But that's the problem. That's the argument here.
But the bad part is, but here's the thing. If I want to throw on my old head cap, you could say Indiana was UNC before UNC with the Bobby Knight days and things of that nature. You could pull that if you wanted to.
And that is all well and good. That is all great. But you know what?
There this guy goes. Here this guy goes.
But you know what? According to Cobb, and according to the rest of the North Carolina fans.
What the missus say, Cobb? Does she agree? What the missus say?
North Carolina. What about Mark Jackson?
I would like Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson, cool.
I still think Mark Jackson has been low-key hoed for not getting another coaching job after Golden State. Because he set that foundation. Because he set the foundation for it. Now did Steve Kerr get them over the hump? Yes.
More viewers in the Super Bowl.
I mean, what, this past Super Bowl?
Yeah. I don't think that's true.
The Duke North Carolina game had more viewers in the Super Bowl? Is that what he's saying?
Let's see here. Averaged 3.5 million viewers and peaked at 4.8.
I mean, Indiana wasn't terrible this year. They were 18 and 14. They were middle of the pack.
Yeah, we did not.
He said we got more viewers than the Super Bowl. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, nah.
Maybe during the halftime. Hey, you heard the message. Maybe during the halftime show.
Nah, that joint had 127 million viewers, bro. We we did not. There ain't no way. Cobb, once again, you know what? That was the Raider fan showing up at you. The delusion just came up out of nowhere.
All right.
But your wife got you. It's all good. She know how to keep you in check.